Hello and welcome to Thinking Outside the Pod, episode 62.
62.
62.
Oh, geez.
Oh, man.
62. We're in the golden years.
The golden years.
Are those the golden years? Or is it like 70s?
Or
silver years?
I never knew. What is it? Like, I guess it'd be the...
Well, the golden age of television was the 60s, so I mean...
So the golden
you
age
look at that.
is the
golden
60s.
age of Totpod right now.
Golden age of Totpod.
So we're gonna add a new math thing. It's 2 times 31.
I have to make the... I have to make the... was it 60s black and white? On TV?
Yes.
Okay, so
I
this
believe
video
so.
will be black and white.
As you know what, I can't remember when the first color television show was. I think it was close. It was right around the time where I think they were starting to transition to color, if I remember correctly.
It was probably...
My TV history is...
I
don't remember.
I took like a technology type class that kind of went through a communication class. So they went through all the types of communication.
I should know this, yeah.
And I should have known it, but I probably knew it for the test and then just.
I feel bad for not knowing it with my bachelor's in media production. I should know this, but.
but as people maybe just starting to listen to the podcast, there's a new voice or old voice, but
who the hell is this guy?
Patrick. Oh my, you're here, man.
I'm here, man.
It's been a few weeks, a month, probably more than a month that you haven't been here.
No way. It felt like two.
Maybe like 3-4 episodes. You haven't been here. How's it going?
It's going great, guys.
How's it going?
I just just been keeping busy with work, with life. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I had a little vacation time. That's why I missed one of the weeks.
Yeah.
I know that was a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, one of the weekends you were out.
So I was out.
Where'd you go?
That was cool.
Just staycation?
We went to Denver, Colorado, man.
Wow. Nice.
For a few days.
It was
awesome.
I've never been that way. Well, I've been to California, which is,
much further.
West. Most of the night vacations.
It was like a 14-hour drive, but there was 3 drivers, so it wasn't too bad. Went up there, checked it out. There was still snow on the ground. It was still snowing. Went and checked out all the ski resorts, stuff like that. Unfortunately, the day we went, 2 days before the day we went, they had closed down for the summertime. So you had to have like your own equipment and stuff to be able to ride up the mountains and shit like that.
I got shoes. That's good enough. I can go down a mountain on shoes.
Well, it wasn't bad, but that stuff gets wet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then you're just like,
it's like slush.
Yeah, I
slush.
drove up there in shorts and flip flops, and right through like northern New Mexico. I had to put on some real clothes.
Yeah, it was just another layer every 100 miles.
Yeah,
nice.
But it was cool, man. It was a lot of fun. It's always good. We want to check out some of the mountain stuff out there.
Trees and snow.
Yeah,
that's about it.
What was it? Those Red Rocks, the Garden of the Gods in Colorado Springs. We went there. We went to Breckenridge and to Frisco, and then we were staying in Denver. Though.
You got some pictures?
Yeah, I got plenty of pictures.
We'll put some pictures up on the
excellent.
website. Nice, very cool. Yeah, I wish I liked going places.
I wish you guys did too. I mean, I'm telling you, it's
Colorado
not
would probably be my speed because it's colder, and I like it colder. So.
Like some of the pictures I've got, man, I can show you. Just walking around in like a long sleeve shirt felt great. Like we're in the mountains, like Frisco and in Breckenridge, and we're in the mountains, and just like when the sun would come out, that's all you need is just that shirt, and it felt like 55 degrees. It felt wonderful.
Perfect.
And then like once the clouds would start rolling back in, it would drop to like freaking 40, like in no time.
Even more perfect.
Yeah, it would drop like fast, and you're like, "Where's my jacket?" Running back towards the car. Let me put my pants back on instead of the shorts.
I mean, that's like for me. I did a lot of traveling as a kid, so I mean, I'm already traveled out. I mean, it's like I've already seen a lot.
You've been all over.
So I was forced to see the world.
But I mean, the only difference is like the age that you've done it in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like doing stuff like that now. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, eventually, yes, I will go back and I'll probably revisit some of the places
that you thought was cool.
Yeah, and then I'll go back and see and go look and go, yeah, this was crap. I thought it was way cooler as a kid. I mean, like everything
or
was way cooler when
vice
I was a
versa.
kid.
Like I went to Reno as a younger kid, not able to do anything, and I thought like the arcade on the second floor of the casino was amazing.
Yeah.
But now if I go back, I'm sure my
You won't be hanging out in the casino. You'll be hanging out in the casino eventually.
Or no, I'll be in the arcade.
I'll be much money. I'll go back up there.
I'll be much better at skee ball now.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Well, at least much bigger to be able to reach up and drop the balls up in there.
Punch any punk kid that tries to tell me I can't
sir,
do it.
you are cheating.
Just like use both arms on whack-a-mole.
Yeah.
Like, sir, what are you doing?
I'm winning the game.
I'm fucking winning here.
There's nowhere that says I can't do this.
Where's your rules? Step off. There's no rules here. Keep your shirt on. Only one rule, right? shirts on.
No, this is Reno. No rules.
No rules.
I'm supposed to stay here.
That's Vegas. In Reno, you can tell everybody
Yeah.
about being to Reno.
What happens in Reno? Please tell
Everyone.
Please tell everyone.
Please tell everyone.
We
Go
need
on
the
YouTube and Twitter.
Tell them to tell people they know.
we need the publicity. We're Reno.
We're Reno, yeah. We need this shit.
And now if you're listening, Reno, that slogan, just pay us some money. You can use it.
Done.
But now
yeah,
we're up to
that
date
was a
with
good one.
Patrick. So let's kind of get into the episode, which I tried to do. I tried to do a segue there, but
Yeah. Close enough.
the weird thing about last week, pretty much every story we talked about last week has like new updates.
Yeah,
to
literally
it.
like 2 days after we look and we're like, oh wow, everything we just talked about literally got updated.
Yeah,
We're like, well, that's a first for us. We never
Maybe-
expect. Yeah, we don't expect most of the stuff we talk about to actually get major updates.
Yeah,
And we're
well,
like,
maybe Totpod's growing in popularity and they listen to us
like,
and
yes.
they made changes. Because pretty much everything that we said that as far as needed to changed like
happened.
in our
yeah, it was
what
real,
we said.
It was real strange. Yeah, it was just like, all right.
Very strange.
So-
well, this is all new shit for me. I
This is
mean,
a-
I know some of the stuff you guys are talking about, but
Oh, calm down.
haven't had a chance to say anything else.
Screen
No,
crack.
I know. I gotta go
All
get a
good?
case. I just got this.
Which one is that?
Puppy.
The
The
sixth?
last one.
Nice. That's the one
Yeah.
I'm gonna be getting next.
I went to go get the Galaxy 5 Sport one because they say it's like nearly indestructible, waterproof to like so many feet of water.
Yeah.
So I wanted that one because like I know the last phone I had probably for about 5 or 6 years. It's like the Galaxy 2 or 3
Oh,
maybe.
jeez. Uh-huh.
So it's like a few generations old. But I was like, if I get that phone, I'll never need a new phone. The thing is gonna last forever. If flood, famine, whatever, this phone is gonna last. And they were like, oh, sir, we're out of that one.
Oh,
And I was like, so I was gonna go somewhere else.
the
but
one
then they
thing
were
it
like,
can't protect against.
yeah, yeah. And I was gonna
Inventory
go somewhere else,
shortage.
and homeboy was like, well, it's the same price for the 6, and I was like, so I got the
Yeah.
6 instead.
Very, very cool. Yeah, that's the one. I think I'm getting close to the upgrade date on my phone, so I'm gonna be getting that one. I think if I have. the
Yeah,
money
they're
for it.
all going to technology-wise, man. All the new Samsung phones are going to internal memory, like the iPhones, and I thought
Yeah.
it was kind of weird because now they're doing like the unibody where it's not plastic, it's metal and glass, and it doesn't open up anymore.
Yeah.
It does it not open?
No.
I guess I
You
really.
have to, you have to send it back into them to like change the battery and all that
Oh,
good
wow.
stuff.
That's
It's
weird.
It's really, really
know if I like
cool
that.
phone, but
Well, but it makes it
do need a
skinnier
case.
and more
That's
lightweight
true.
and all that good stuff.
I guess that's true. I don't.
And plus
care about that.
nowadays it's like there's really not much of a use. You don't really need to change the battery
I've-
anymore. Battery
I've-
technology
Not
is
too much,
way
yeah.
better than
Only
it used
time
to be.
I've had to take out the battery is like if it freezes.
Well, I
Like
noticed
if-
like my
and I had to
processor
take it out
speeds, man.
and do that.
I don't have any more like lagging on my opening up of browser pages or like opening up apps. No more like loads windows.
It's
are
much
just
smoother.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, everybody gets that right at the beginning. Like,
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like I said,
Yeah.
my phone is like 5 years old, so I expected this one to be better, but it's like amazing me. So I'm like,
Way better.
wow, just
Yeah,
fucking
you
popped
you
up
just
like
got
nothing.
something like 40 years in the future.
Like, yeah, I'm going to hit the Facebook button and it's already opened up and it's got like typed in half the shit I was gonna say.
Or
You
you're
know
just
what I mean?
thinking it.
It's already got like half my status input. I'm like, all right, Stan, this sounds good to me.
Very cool, very cool. Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna be getting that one. I think so. Let me know. Is it only white or is it?
No, it's in white and black,
Okay.
but I like the white one. I thought it looked kind of clean.
Racist.
Racist. Speaking of racism.
Hey, segue.
Segue. I did
We
it.
always try
It
to.
does look kind of clean though. Not like YouTube.
White.
Oh, that's racist. That's really racist.
That's it.
I am offended. Yes, we're done.
All right.
Speaking of being
in the
offended
next
and
30
walking
minutes, this
away.
is the Patrick Totpod Hour. Well, I will be taking your emails.
I'm offending everybody.
Yes. So hit us up on Twitter right now. We
But
gotta shoot this live, man. That'd be awesome.
well, I mean, there's all
Maybe
those apps.
maybe
for it.
later. I mean that's.
Well, like I was looking into what was it like the
Twitch.
Ustream, the
Twitch.
too. There's a couple different ones.
Definitely down the line, I would love to give that a shot. That's definitely going to be something that's going to be way more of a pain in the ass to do. Is it doable? Sure, but
Well, I seen that it's doable, but we just need to we're like one piece away.
we gotta find a way to get internet connection to a decent computer that can
Yeah.
stream it. I mean, is it doable? Sure. Yeah, of course. A lot of people do it. Can we do it with what we have? Yeah, we could, but it's getting it to a location that we have that we can set up, that we can control.
I got
and stuff.
HD on my camera. We can shoot it on there.
So I mean, yes, could we do it? Yes, but it's more of a pain in the ass. Eventually, yes, I would love to.
See,
do
you
I
know
would love
what?
to as well. Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna write this down. Where's my
So I
paper?
mean, yeah,
There's a
in the
Sharpie.
future, once we have a little bit more time to get some more structure going, yes, that would definitely be a very fun thing. I'd love to do.
Well, back to
racism
Segue.
and leaving.
Racism.
We had anti-segue, and then now
alive and well in the Totpod studios.
And I guess the world. You weren't here last week, but Adam Sandler's new movie that he's filming right now, Ridiculous Six is what it's called, is like a Western movie. So, and like Adam Sandler movies have become, they kind of go for like the kind of offensive jokes and things like that. Like his type of humor.
The cool thing about that was like, I from what I understand about what we talked about a little while ago, and like hearing the story when it came out, Adam Sandler's always had stuff like that in his movies, yes, but they've been like, undertoned.
Yeah,
you know,
which
like,
is what I like about comedy.
They're real subtle. So like it sometimes most people see it and like you might have to see the movie twice. So you might have to like rethink about what the fuck just happened later on after the film. But you realize and you're like, oh, and it's like kind of a going away laugh or like a gag for later. But But like, for people to honestly stand up and say no, we're not gonna do this. I wonder how much now he's like, nah, fuck this, we're gonna pull all this shit up,
Yeah, well, that's what we were talking about. It got so offensive. They're using offensive stereotypes and stuff in the movie, and a dozen or so of the actors walked off the set. But just recently, a cell phone video has surfaced of like one of the conversations between the actors and producers.
Yeah.
And the one that they were talking about then, the offensive thing was Beaver's breath, which is, I mean,
Bieber's breath or beaver?
Both.
Hopefully they didn't say Beaver's breath. That'd be something.
What I'm saying when I think about offending Indians, I think of beaver's breath.
Yeah, beaver's breath.
I think of it as like a freaking offensive term for muff diving, and but
exactly.
Beaver's breath would even fucking offend me more than I think anybody
How
would.
dare you call me Justin
I
Bieber.
believe you get your ass kicked if you call somebody beaver's breath.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
They don't just walk off the set; they
No,
kill
that's
you
just
and
a
drag you
fighting
off
word
the
right
set.
there. As soon as you're like, what the? You don't even finish the sentence. You just like try to get close enough to put your hands on this piece of person.
But yeah, the producers are like, if you guys are being just too overly sensitive, which isn't, I mean, obviously bad. It's bad. Like the.
Well, I mean,
it's hard to.
The thing I gotta say is that most people can take a joke, even Native Americans. You know what I'm saying? So,
Well,
I mean,
but it may have gotten. That's the question that we have. We don't know how far it went.
Yeah.
This could have been after several other jokes.
So it's like, eventually they're just like, look, motherfuckers, we're not doing this anymore.
This is crap. Just come on, change it. This is too much.
You know what's gonna happen? They're gonna have like Italians playing Native Americans in the movie now. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna find some other kind of ethnic group.
That's what they were talking about. Like makeup. It's like the headline was like, not only are the actors being offended by, but like the makeup people are like actually having to like make like dark,
Indians.
like bronze people's skins to have actors play the parts that are not there anymore. So like that whole production is just like.
I mean, you could kind of like get some Eskimos. I don't know what other kind of people look close to Native Americans that you don't have to tan. You know what I mean? Puerto Ricans.
I mean, that's what
Cubans.
Didn't like John Wayne play like Genghis Khan? Like they.
Well,
like
yeah, but I mean, back then those people could do that stuff.
I know. That's what I was.
But then again, they also
say.
painted like blackface on people back then. So
Yeah.
I don't know, man. You know,
like that's what I think. Whenever like I hear like this kind of story, I'm like, I'm sure that was like how it was like during like Blazing Saddles, that movie.
Well,
but that was back then.
Like spaghetti
now,
westerns, they have like Italian people playing the Caribbeans, like those movies.
Nowadays, like if you in the politically correct type world, you need to be subtle to get through.
Your joke through, because if not, then you're gonna end up with a shitty rating. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Or stories like this that make the entire culture not want to watch it, and that's.
Well, I mean, I want to watch it now, but I'm sure that by wanting to watch it, I'm not thinking to myself going in that I'm gonna come out with the sense of fulfillment that the hype's produced. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Or you're gonna be trying to watch a movie for
the
other side of that story.
These racist jokes.
Where are the racist jokes? That's all I want to hear. Why did these people?
And you're gonna know what people they are, because they're gonna be the ones like in the movie theater, like cracking up. They're like, look at this guy over here.
Yeah, and all of a sudden, like the actor just changes like halfway through a scene. You're like, oh hey, look at that. That's the exact moment where he left.
Like what are those Heineken commercials where that dude's dancing and like the whole commercial he's dancing, but like every scene they cut to him, he's like another ethnicity, a different color, and he's still wearing the same stuff, like the same long hair.
Yep. Well, who knows what? I mean, I guess to make the movie they'll have to do something like reshoots or something. But yeah. So yeah, first of the updates of what happened. I mean, I guess it's still the movie's still happening, and they're not changing it. They're just
but
making
like,
ways to.
In a different sense of like when the interview had all that shit go on, that fucking boosted popularity of that film. So even if they did lose money, they still made a portion of that stuff without the losses that they would have taken.
Yeah,
now,
no publicity is bad publicity.
This movie, it's like it's an Adam Sandler flick, so it's probably like fart jokes and fucking gay shit. You know what I mean?
It probably wasn't poised to be an amazing movie anyway. Like we were talking about, like, is that the movie Pixels? I mean, it's not out yet, but it's soon to be out.
Well, I mean, it depends on like what they're talking about.
It's not gonna be that good.
Like if they're talking about like Native American, like Blood of Tears type of stories or something good. If they're just using Indians as like a backdrop for like some idiot story, then that's gonna that's gonna kind of kill everything.
Yeah, I don't know. We
it's
don't know.
Movie. I mean, like they're all basically the same thing.
Yeah, they just
Rob Schneider will probably be in it. A few of the other guys from Grandma's Boy.
As a Native American saying.
Yeah, they're all gonna be Native American.
You can do it.
Yeah, he's gonna be in there, dude.
All those kinds of things. All the Adam Sandler tropes that are so common. But
yes, gonna be in there. I hope they have the monkey from Grandma's Boy. That monkey kicks some ass.
They have a little Indian feather or something like that.
Indian feather.
That's what pissed
them
off.
They replaced them with monkeys. Replaced Indians with monkeys.
That's what offended them.
Even worse.
Oh man. We are not racist towards Indians. This is just a bad joke. It's like,
exactly.
I have nothing against Indians.
Let's see. What next? What do you want to talk about? Steam. You were saying
Steam. Yes.
No segue needed.
So literally, this is kind of a random thing. Because like literally like 2 days after we talked about it, saying like I was thinking they were going to pull it down, and of course like I think like on like Tuesday or something like that, they pulled it down. So
let's see. Patrick, if you had a game and you created a modification to that game, like say, what's a game? What's a game you play? Like just Pokemon, and say that you introduced like
a Michael Jackson Pokemon,
like a whole new Pokemon into that game. Like you got the code and you made a new Pokemon with all like original things. Well, you modified it.
It depends. Sometimes you hack it, but this is.
Oh, so like I modified Chikorita.
Yeah, exactly. And he made it
fire type.
Patrick.
Fire type grass Pokemon that like
fire type grass
that like shoots grass at it and sets it on blaze and like kills everything.
Sure. Exactly. Yes.
And so you made that.
Torturita.
You made that. And then.
I'm gonna draw it.
Let's see. So you made that and you put it out in the world, and then say someone took that modification and started charging for it. Would you be happy, sad? What would your first thought be if someone made money off of your work?
Oh, well, it always pisses people off when people make money off of your work. That's
exactly.
not something that you want to.
That's pretty much the story.
Well, that was part of it. That was a part of it.
Now, like if I created something and then Fisher patents it and starts charging people for it, then I'm fucking.
That's
pissed.
That's pretty.
Well, that was part of that was a little bit of the issue because it's one of those of what was happening was.
Well, then how my question is how did the person get the rights to that stuff anyways if
because the developers of the main game, like this wasn't like Pokemon would never do that. Like you were not allowed to mod Pokemon
like Skyrim.
If you it's purely you just kind of Nintendo has every right to sue you for it, all that good stuff. But what they did is like some games, some computer games, the developers will let people have the source code and they say do whatever the hell you want with our code.
Open source code so they can work on the games.
And so you can do whatever the hell you want. And they say, release it, you can't really charge money for it, before.
That's the case. Then if the work has been changed so much of a percentage, then I believe it's no longer theirs. Now that's along the lines of like you picking up some dead scientist's work and carry on his work. You know what I mean?
Well, that was kind of but what they ended up doing was on Steam. What they were originally going to try to do was they're going to allow the people who modified codes, like even just for little codes, just to add like something basic, they're going to allow them to charge for it.
So the codes that they're adding.
Game. You could charge for it. That's what they were going to do. And it ended up causing a huge shitstorm on the internet. Like, people were really pissed off at this because this was stuff that was supposed to, originally was free.
It had always been free.
It had always been free, and, there was a huge community behind it. Like, it's one of those, I didn't really look too far into it to see exactly who was throwing the shitstorm. I don't know if it was the actual modders or if it was mostly the people who consumed mods, like the players. I think it was mostly the players who were complaining. I think the mods were kind of 50-50 on it. Some of them like, yeah, sure, a lot, there's some of them that worked really hard on their mods and stuff like that.
Improve the gameplay
and
enough to be warranted.
Like significantly. And I think the underlying idea was to reward those people
Correct.
for it. But then the issue is also you have the part of now you're adding an economic system to it, and so now you're gonna have like 2 or 3 guys, or 2 or 3 I guess development teams or whatever. They're gonna make super kick-ass mods, and then they're gonna end up driving the price for everybody else. And so now it's gonna be harder for the little guys to get into it. So now you're gonna have like
you're gonna corporatize this.
Yeah, you're gonna have your professional modders, and then you're gonna have like your little indie mods, and But like there's that, and then there's like a shitstorm of people adding, like I saw a couple mods where like add an extra potato in one little town for like $500, stuff like that.
Really?
Like, I mean, it was just
I
can
put a whole sack of potatoes.
Well, but nobody's gonna buy it because it's like, why am I gonna buy this stupid little mod that does nothing for $500?
I'm gonna mod out naked bitches to walk around topless in these games.
I'm sure there's
all kinds of perverted little kids that buy this shit. I'm gonna have the top selling mod.
The internet that
you
already
are
exists.
already way behind. Fuck. That's already been done for like every game ever, probably.
Well,
but
topless girl with 3 boobs.
Probably. I don't know. Somewhere.
That's...
How about she's just a giant fucking boob?
That's probably more than likely to have happened.
Yeah, that's the internet. Like,
damn it.
If
you see what that's what the internet does to fucking people. It makes people with good ideas like me regret not knowing about this shit sooner.
Because it's somewhere on the internet already.
Yeah, man. Fuck.
But
relate.
But they ended up pulling it because I guess just the backlash from it. Steam just said we didn't know what the hell we're getting into. We're gonna pull it for now, and then they may
reassess everything and see what they can change.
Yeah.
Which is what you thought would happen.
Yeah, I mean, and that was the one recourse to me that made sense because it just is kind of weird, because now it's like great, it's like now we have our game, and then if you want, content provided from the producers of that game, you have to pay them for extra content. Mm-hmm. And now you want the extra mods that the community created, now you have to pay for that too. So you're like, oh great, now my $90 game now turns into like $120. You're like, great, now this game is just getting stupidly expensive now, just to add on, oh great, now it's a little bit shinier. It's like stuff that somebody created that was supposed to be free originally. So it's like,
yeah,
I didn't think it was a very good idea, but I'm glad they stopped it. I'll look into it a little bit more of why it fell through. But
and that's what we said before. Steam is a good enough company that they actually listen to the response. Could you imagine like the Nintendo? Like
Nintendo would have been like, they would have driven it into the ground and be like, no, this is right.
This is how we
screw you guys. Like, what do you mean you want to buy our crap? No, we're still going to have minimum supply. It's like, screw you guys. Exactly. We don't want money.
We hate your cash.
We hate your cash.
Yeah.
Like, we want it to be a collector's item, even though we're not marketing it as a collector's item. It's like, oh, thanks, guys.
We'll probably release a dozen of them in like another 14 years.
Maybe. Like, shelf space, blah, blah, blah. It's like, what do you mean shelf space?
Just make more.
Yeah,
so good on Steam
good on them.
for listening.
And that's really cool. I mean, they even went out and said, all right, we kind of got over our heads a little bit here. We'll
Steam
stop
is all
it.
into the gaming and stuff, so the last thing you want to do as a gaming company is piss off gamers.
Sure. I mean, of course, they're still the business, so they have, a little bit of that dark side business stuff, but they're at least not as douchebag as some of the other big businesses.
That's like if you go to a liquor store and the guy at the liquor store is drunker than you are, and like he's just being an asshole, and you're like, fuck this, I don't even want to drink anymore.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's what companies have. I don't understand companies that don't listen because I mean that's why are you
Nintendo?
Nintendo, listen up. I know you're listening, Nintendo.
Listen to your damn fans. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's like, come on.
Let's see another story that we talked about before. The Joker. The first promotional image of the Joker came out.
Bull.
Yeah. So what was your first?
I thought like
the one where he's
that's
holding
what I said
it
you
there.
guys. Yeah, I thought that there was a promotional poster or something that came out and like some hipster kids took it and like added tattoos and then like it blew up on the internet.
And that's what it looked like.
Yeah.
It looked like someone who didn't understand the Joker just wanted to throw just everything or he knows a little bit about the Joker and he just he photoshopped all this stuff on the Joker like a grill, like metal teeth and tattoos. It was weird.
Well, is that the Joker in the Batman movies from now on?
It's the Suicide Squad. They're making a Suicide Squad movie,
Very cool.
and Jared Leto is going to be playing the Joker, and that was the first image of him as the Joker.
See, now something that I thought I read. I thought Joker was never part of Suicide Squad. I thought I saw a video on it saying Joker was never actually part of the Suicide Squad.
That I don't know.
I'm not sure enough about DC to get into an argument about that. I know a little bit, but that was like when I was like 12 years old.
Yeah, I mean, I could be completely lying. I thought I saw a video explaining kind of what Suicide Squad was. It's bad guys. It's basically like a
super team of
secret commando bad guys to basically be heroes, kind of.
I know I've seen artwork. Before of him with some of the people, and it says Suicide Squad on it.
I mean,
but,
maybe.
Like you said, it's just like this international ring of, extraordinary gentlemen that are villains.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I guess at some point he could have been a part of the murder.
Yeah,
maybe he wasn't like one of the original members. He was like one of a later incarnation of the team.
Or he may have just been in the whatever the particular comic book or whatever. But he may not have been an actual. Yeah, he may not have actually been a member of the Suicide Squad. I don't know.
I don't know. I know.
I'd have to double
I'm more
check
of a
that.
Superman fan than a Batman fan. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
One of my friends and I have had this ongoing argument about that, and I always call him a traitor to humanity for liking Superman better than Batman.
Well, I mean, it's just the truth. I mean, come on now.
Superman's an alien.
Yes. So who do you got your money on, an alien or a man?
A man.
Really?
Because I'm not a traitor. I'm not a traitor.
Well, but every time they fought, Batman has always won. I mean,
I'm talking about odds of a fight. I'm not talking about.
But he's always won.
Human kind.
That's what I'm saying.
But Batman has always won. I mean, it's just like everyone keeps arguing. It's like, no, every time they've done it in the comic books, Batman's won. I mean, it's not
well, that's like Jimmy says. That's just because it's a man that's writing the comic book, not a fucking alien. If it's an alien writing it, Superman would always win.
And we're on Earth, and you're a man.
You know what I'm saying?
You're rooting for the enemy.
His name is Super fucking Man.
Well, he's also a liar. He's not. It's
kick-ass liar that could blow the hell out of Batman's ass up. You know what I mean?
But yeah, he doesn't.
He's humble, so I mean, come on.
That's the thing. I think Superman, like, there was a quote from one of the comic artists or something. I don't know exactly who it's from, but it was like, Superman would obviously beat Batman, but he never will. Like, he'll never.
He's never gonna do it. Batman's kind of a good guy too, just vigilante style.
He's an anti-hero.
Kinda.
I don't know. I
like Watchmen when I think anti-heroes.
Yeah, like Rorschach.
Like Rorschach, or what was he, the comedian? That's what I think of. Like Punisher, maybe.
Yeah, Punisher would be more of an anti-hero.
Batman is kind of like I don't know. When I think anti-hero, I think of people with like a struggle, and like having your family killed is a struggle, but like having all that money to compensate for it is kind of like not so much. It's like, all right, my family died. Like 2 weeks later, the whole house is full with those balls of like Chuck E. Cheese, and you're just like swimming through the house, these fucking balls. So I mean, you would be upset for a while. I'm sure it would hurt forever, but. Who doesn't? Have you seen anybody, frowning driving in a Ferrari? I don't think so.
Just crying.
Have you seen anybody pissed off on a helicopter ride? I don't think so.
Yeah. I don't know. I like Batman better. I think he's a better hero.
Well, more interesting. I mean, because he's not a guy. He's not a guy.
I think he's got a better like background story because of like what I like about that is the darkness and like of the whole story with Batman.
He's not just like a Boy Scout.
Yeah, the dark side of him is like gives him like that badass edge,
Did you see the trailer?
If Superman had like a badass edge, then he'd be more kick-ass. Everybody'd be like, fuck yeah, Superman don't give no fucks. So you know what I'm saying?
That'd be weird.
Did you see the trailer, the Superman, Batman? You haven't seen the newest one? You need to check it out. But
it was pretty good.
It's the first trailer of it, not just like a teaser.
Oh, it was weird. I have no idea what the hell it's gonna be. I mean, obviously they're gonna fight against each other, but it's like it's weird. It's some sort of weird like political.
Yeah,
crap.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, Superman, laser vision, his legs off, and then like ice breath him into a fucking cold stump of ice, and then go and smash him into a million pieces.
Well, there is a comic where I think we've talked about this before, but there's a comic where.
But he's not named Super Asshole. He's Superman, not Super Asshole.
Superman just pummeled him, and Superman pummeled Batman, just killed him, froze him, and like kicked him to the sun. And just like threw him into the sun. But then like he finds this note from Bruce Wayne. He's all like, I knew this was going to happen, so I've been slowly injecting myself with kryptonite isotopes so now the sun is now radiating kryptonite. So and then like it goes like a 3-panel set where Batman's just like melting, just like his skin's melting off, or Superman's skin is just melting off because of Krypton in the sunlight.
Jeez.
So Kryptonite, yeah. Is this it here?
It's just the newest series. Yeah, that one with the new Batman.
That would be pretty you know, like, geez, that's definitely
it's
fan fiction.
It's the thing with Batman being like a master strategist planner type thing. He's accounted for everything.
Sure.
So
yeah,
but
Batman. I don't know, dude.
I don't know. I like him. Like I said, it's all fictional stuff. But yeah. So the Joker image came out, and then a few days later, there's been some new on-set photos of Jared Leto as the Doctor, or as the Doctor, as Doctor Who,
as Doctor Joker.
But new on-set photos of him as the Joker during the filming of the movie, and he doesn't have the tattoos.
Yes,
so
that sounds awesome.
And so that just puts to bed. So I guess it was just a promotional image, or maybe at some point he's gonna look like that. Maybe for like a scene or some a reason for it. But at least it's not gonna be permanent because didn't have the photos on the actual on-set photos.
Yeah.
So we'll
this is getting good, guys.
Oh, he's watching the trailer. We'll get a review from him in a second.
That's definitely good to hear because I mean that definitely like we were talking about earlier. I mean or like we were talking last week. If he doesn't have the tattoos, it was probably just to get people up in a blaze and stuff like that. Like that's an actual tactic. They're like we purposely pissed off a lot of people to get
that amount of buzz
and word of mouth,
and it worked. I mean, and the internet caused an uproar on the internet. So
because to be honest, before the movie, I had heard that it was coming out, but I didn't really look anything up about the series before that. And then after the picture came out, I was kind of curious. I looked up a little bit, and I was kind of curious about it. And found out what exactly.
So I mean, those marketing people, they know what they're doing. They understand. I mean, to be a good marketer and promoter, you have to understand human psychology. Yeah. So if something offends you or something ignites something in your mind, it's only good for that film. It makes a connection in your brain.
Nerd rage.
Exactly. Nerd rage. Nerd rage is powerful.
Yes, very powerful.
Nerd rage.
Nerd rage.
Nerd rage. So you just.
I saw some of it.
Patrick just watched the trailer. Let's get the first impression.
Breaking news update.
Here we go. And
yeah, I think DC's gonna ruin this, man.
So
it does look fucking incredibly awesome. It looks like it's dark, like maybe it is Gotham, and then Superman's like invading Gotham or like just hanging out there for a minute. Batman's trying to punk him out because it's at home or something. But
this is my turf.
So it's getting into like philosophical weirdness or something. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
It is weird because
it's like Alien versus Predator. There's no real reason to put these two to fight. It's just gonna happen,
Yeah. Well, I agree.
But Alien versus Predator, there's actually backstory of the predators would hunt the aliens.
I know.
So I mean, there's actually story to it.
A ritual of growing up to be the good hunter or whatever.
Yeah. So I mean, there's actually backstory of that.
I mean, I got that, but it's not a good backstory either.
Well, they made
I don't know, man.
Everything.
But I guess aliens.
Everything. Aliens, humans, everything.
They made it work at the very least. So
it's like they don't have to do RoboCop versus Terminator, or they don't have to do Rambo versus Terminator. But that'd
I'd watch
weird
it
too.
I'd watch it though. But
and then somehow they'd make Rambo beat the Terminator. You know what I mean? Because men always have to win.
Yeah. If you vote for robots, you're a traitor to humanity.
Oh my god.
But okay, so that movie, I don't know. I think I'm gonna watch it no matter what.
I'm gonna watch it. I will see it.
The nerd I am is not gonna let me not watch it.
Soda and boo every time Affleck's on stuff.
Oh yeah, you don't like.
Who is this guy?
I'm gonna go watch it with you guys.
Oh geez.
We're all going.
And that's when we sit on the other side of the theater.
We're gonna sit in the front row so I can just talk shit about it the whole time. I'll be like, yeah, right. This guy's
yelling
flying.
Every other Affleck line in the entire.
Go back to Mallrats.
Yeah, why aren't you? And they're making Mallrats too.
Did he get confirmed in it already?
I think he's, from the little I've read about it, Kevin Smith is trying to get everyone else just so he can go to hit Ben Affleck and being like, I got everybody else, just be in it, even just for a scene or something. So I think Ben Affleck.
I'm pretty sure he will.
I think so too.
I think he loves Kevin Smith.
I agree. But I'm gonna watch the movie, and I think Ben Affleck's fine. As it's just another casting that they did there. He
bad part
did good.
on. Yeah, you're telling me about it.
I disagree. I think it's gonna be fine.
Telling me about it, man.
All right, deciding factor.
All
Ben Affleck as Batman. Here he goes.
Oh, I didn't know. I thought it weird. It looked really weird in the trailer. So I'm like, I don't know. I mean,
It's
I
like
will probably watch the movie.
What about him in the bat suit? Was that okay?
It sounded like he was trying to imitate Christian Bale.
Yeah, it kind of did when he said the voice. I was like, is that Superman or Batman? He's like, you will. I was like, that's fucking Affleck.
So it sounded like, trying to do that.
Fucking Affleck.
All right, I'm in the
So
minority.
why do they have to
here.
do the really deep voice? I think you could just get away with just not doing
That
it.
really high voice
and
that
now
he
it sounds like
gets
you're trying to
when he's
copy.
talking to Matt
Yeah,
Damon.
I mean, it was only Christian Bale that's ever done that, right? All the other Batmans have been like normal.
Kind of
voice.
normal, yeah. I mean,
Well,
like,
all of them
it's-
spoke low though, like Michael Keaton or
That's
Val
true, I'm
Kilmer.
bad.
it was just a normal, but that seemed like that was his normal voice, though. It wasn't like they just when he put on the
like they're
suit.
trying to, yeah, because you know what, yeah, because Michael Keaton, he was talking like that, he had like that same kind of,
Gravel.
yeah, this way he talked when he was talking to you in his
But that was
suit,
like
man, he
all
put
the
on
time,
clothes,
though. Yeah, but when he put on the, like with Christian Bale, I mean, it was
He
like
just
when he
went
was
way over the top.
when he was talking as Bruce Wayne, it was way different than when he put the suit on. It was weird. You're
Yeah.
like, this is the same person, but this is like,
Well, it still was better than the George Clooney. You know what I'm saying? It's just like everything's a joke in
Yeah.
Bruce Wayne or the bad suit. And I got nipples on my costume.
yeah, that was kind of weird. You're
Seeing that now, I hate it. But I think whenever I was a kid and watched it, I didn't.
Well,
mind
that's
it.
what they
That's what
say
it was
that they were
for. It
going
was for
towards
kids.
more like the cartoon, the animated
I bought
series.
toys, like I had I had the toys and stuff. So it's in retrospect, yes, it's terrible.
Yeah.
He pulls out a bat credit card, so I mean it's just ridiculous. But
like, nobody's gonna suspect this bat symbol on my credit card.
like Arnold Schwarzenegger's terrible.
I am Batman.
Chill out. Oh yeah, it was just bad. But
Man,
as a
that was
kid,
very bad.
I was like,
Now
oh,
that I
that's
think
so
about it,
funny.
that was very bad.
It was very
man.
bad. I know. Now
But that
looking
was
back.
with
I didn't
times,
remember
it was,
the bad credit card. That by in itself is just like, why am I still watching this movie?
Yeah, they were. Yeah, and they were. Yeah, I remember that scene.
I was going back and watch that. Yeah, I don't remember that either. That's interesting.
Yeah, it was. It was.
Which
They
would
were,
be
they were
interesting to
voting
see.
for poison or auctioning off Poison Ivy.
Yeah.
And he pulled out. He's Robin is like auctioning against
Oh,
Batman,
yeah.
Because
and he's all like, you don't even have that money. He's like, I'll borrow it from you. And then then he pulls out the credit card, and it's just ridiculous.
Batman's credit card.
Oh man, so
Like, totally, that's not giving
it's
it
probably.
away.
Do you think it would be better than that movie though, the new one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Of
so
course,
good.
that-
There
Will
we
it
go.
be good?
You won't
I don't
hate
You
it.
could do a bad movie and still be better than that one. You know?
We can make it right now.
Yeah,
just
we
without-
can reenact.
without
We can reenact. What was
Stop
it?
motion
Batman
Batman.
and Beyond.
Batman Beyond, something.
Yeah, the future one or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be
there's,
Batman. You could be Robin. And we'll make him Bane.
I don't know if Robin was in Batman Beyond.
Yeah, he was. He was with George Clooney.
You're talking.
Batman and Robin.
No, wait. Which one was Batman Beyond?
There's-
That's the second one or the third one? Which one's the one?
Was
with George
Beyond? I
Clooney?
thought that was an animated series. I don't think there was a movie.
There was no. It was Batman Forever.
Forever.
No, wait a
Yeah,
minute.
Batman
Hold
Beyond
on.
was an animated
I
series.
can't. I think we tried to do this before. Batman was the first one. Then
Batman
1989.
Returns.
Batman Returns.
Batman still kicks ass.
Batman Forever. I think?
Batman
I think it was
Forever.
Batman Forever, and then it was Batman and Robin.
Yeah.
And
Maybe it
then
was the
it's-
Batman and Robin one.
Batman and Robin was the bad
George
one,
Clooney
but I
one?
thought there was two bad ones.
The
I don't know.
second one was Val Kilmer. Didn't he do two of them?
I think that was Batman Forever.
he did two of them.
Did
Didn't he?
Val Kilmer did two? I can't think.
I think
I
the
don't
first one was
remember.
good. I think the second one that.
Yeah, I don't know. Keaton did one.
Yeah, I loved Michael Keaton, but I
It
think
was
Michael Keaton's
Keaton,
a
Val
badass
Kilmer,
actor.
and George Clooney, right? Those were the only
Uh-huh.
three, and
Yeah, I believe
Christian
so.
Bale, and now Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
Okay, that's close.
I think we got them all. If we missed it, you can yell at us on Twitter or whatever.
Okay, and one of the we have just a little bit of time. The Avengers came out. Me and Fisher saw it.
What did y'all think?
I liked it. I don't know. I can't really. I'll have to watch it again to fully do it justice on what if it's good or not. But I think the first one was better.
Yeah?
The first Avengers was better.
Yeah, I mean, there's some weird things in it. It's unfortunate I was fighting a cold, so I kind of took power naps in the part of the movie. I was just feeling like shit that day, so I don't remember parts of it. But from what I was awake for, it was good. It wasn't terrible. It wasn't like great. It wasn't mind blowing. But I've kind of become desensitized towards those types of movies. You're like, they're all the same thing,
Yeah,
like we've been talking about. It's like I've just gotten used to those movies. I mean, it's like, all right, there's going to be some sort of weird plot, maybe some romance, and then they're just going to fight a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
And just rinse, repeat, over and over again.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, they have another Infinity Gem in there. I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to ruin what.
Is it the Tesseract?
No, because that's already exists. It's a new one.
What color is it? All the colors are mixed up anyways, right?
I'm not gonna tell you.
Yeah, watch the damn movie.
Yeah, I'm not gonna tell you. We're not gonna spoil it until you have seen it. Whenever you do see it, we'll do a full spoiler type thing. Just be warned, listeners.
We'll put some sound effects or something.
But they have the Hulkbuster Iron Man fighting Hulk. And that was a pretty cool scene. But I mean, all the spectacle was good. I mean, it's what you expect. And
I mean, it was definitely, top notch. What you're like, I expect this from a comic book movie.
Mm-hmm.
The checklist was done of comic book movie tropes.
Mm-hmm. There are multiple Avengers teams, right?
Well, Avengers West Coast and Avengers East Coast.
Okay, can you remember the people in? Yeah. Like who's in the West Coast one?
Vision, Wonder Man, Hawkeye, Quicksilver, Scarlet Witch. I think that's most of them.
That may have been what.
So that's what I think they're hinting at that in the future. So that kind of gets works out.
The X-Men are the same way. They got the X-Men Blue, which is in New York or like in Pennsylvania, wherever the X-Mansion is, and then they have the Avengers Gold team, which is the team in LA and California.
And is the East Coast Avengers? Are those kind of like the ones we've seen, like the Iron Man?
East Coast is Iron Man, Captain America, Incredible Hulk,
Thor.
Yeah, Thor.
So like the people we've seen.
She-Hulk is Avengers West Coast. There's a couple more that I'm forgetting. It's pissing me off, so I'm looking it up right now.
Okay. So I think they're hinting at that for the future movies. They at the end that's kind of what comes to mind. Yeah, exactly. Like
Avengers West Coast is led by Hawkeye, and the members include Vision, Iron Man, U.S. Agent, Scarlet Witch, Spider-Woman, Tigress, She-Hulk, and Quicksilver.
Okay, yeah. So I mean, it's not exactly that, but a version of that.
That's them. And the Black Captain America, the Black as U.S. Agent, the black costume.
Okay. Yeah. So not exactly that, of course, but I think that's what they're getting. Like
they got the Wasp in here, and I
team.
think that's Henry Pym, the Ant-Man, in the background.
Yeah, so that's the Ant-Man is the next movie.
Marvel movie. They had a trailer for that with the Avengers movie, and that looked pretty cool.
Okay.
That looked way more interesting than I thought it was going to be.
The trailers for Ant-Man have gotten successively better. Yeah, I do know that.
It looks very interesting.
Well, they started showing more and more.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
at the first cue, you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it was kind of weird. They didn't really show much of like what's the story and things, but now they're getting more where you can see more of the action and his powers in action.
Yeah, because it's like his power. He gets superhuman strength when he gets smaller. You're like, that sounds interesting.
Yeah, it's weird.
Okay, here's a superhuman group picture of like every Avenger, I believe. Hold on, let me get to the image so I can zoom in.
So we can just put that in the video or something.
Yeah,
we'll do it in the post or something.
Yeah, we'll do it definitely in the post. Send me the pictures for sure. Or I'll be able to
Captain
find them.
America, Scarlet Witch. It's got Beast, She-Hulk, Iron Man.
So, yeah, they're kind of
Ant-Man.
They're kind of in a pickle because they can't use X-Men.
Hulk,
really,
Namor.
It's owned by a different company.
Submariner. Did y'all hear anything about a Submariner movie?
No, I know
I heard about
Aquaman.
The Aquaman one, yeah.
Aquaman in the future. He's probably going to be showing up in this next movie because he's been cast already.
Quicksilver, Spider-Woman, Wasp, Ant-Man, Tigress, She-Hulk, some knight-looking guy. There's a couple more, but
speaking of that X-Men, there's a new X-Men movie is getting made, and Nightcrawler is going to be in it. And so there's pictures of Nightcrawler out there. There's pictures of Jean Grey, younger. It's younger versions of them. Jean Grey.
So kind of like after First Class, probably.
Yeah,
so
it's
maybe
it's like
class and the
second class or something. I don't know.
Second class.
I'm guessing.
No class.
But Nightcrawler, Jean Grey, and Cyclops, younger versions of them. There's photos of them now. So I
wish whoever's got the rights to like the X-Men stuff could get the rights to like all the side teams to like help X-Men, like X-Factor, X-Force, because then you'd have like Cable and X-Force with like Shatterstar, and like Warpath is in X-Force, and then you'd have like X-Factor. They already have Havoc in him. He's the leader of X-Factor, and there's a couple more there.
If there's all those movies, do you think it's going to oversaturate it and make it the superhero movie bubble burst? I know we've talked about this before, but if that all happens, I could see it getting, like you said, like what's going to happen kind of in you know the gist of a Marvel movie already.
Yeah, but the thing is people don't go when you go to see a superhero movie, you go knowing that the good guy is going to win.
Yeah.
You know, but
you
want to see what the conflict's going to involve. What kind of odds are they going against? What kind of super negative shit are they going to fight against? They want to see what their powers are going to do to help them overcome this thing. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I think it's original on each one, and I think that's why each one's kind of been successful.
The issue that I'm saying, though, is it's like they're all basically becoming the same, like, formula. I mean, it's because they do it on a yearly release. It's becoming formulaic. And
there's only so many combinations of
because, I mean, great. All right. Now we have
conflicts.
super robot from space or whatever, and then we have bad guy from Mars. You know, it's like, okay, now we have bad guy from Center of Earth. You know, but it's all the same conflict. And
we see some of these guys fight some of the same people, but some of them, you know, also have their own arch nemesis, arch villains.
Yeah.
It's tough. I hope not. I like superhero movies, and the comic book universe is so dense.
The thing is you've got to also like go back and if you think stuff like that's getting to that point, then I would go back and like do a series of movies, like a trilogy on the Age of Apocalypse, or like do two movies, do a movie and a sequel, setting it up to where the X-Men are trying to stop this Phalanx or Fantax type of thing. That's taking over the universe, crystallizes everything, and then the universe just destroys itself because they couldn't stop it. So then, like, at the end of the second movie, everything that was existing is done. And then the beginning of the next movies, which would be the Age of Apocalypse, that's where, like, the universe is inside out. Everything that he was is no more. It's like Wolverine's got one hand, and Cyclops has one eye because they actually fought for Jean Grey. And, you know, eye for an eye, hand for a hand kind of thing.
Yeah, so
stuff like that, and that way the whole now the good guys are the anti-heroes, or like the bad guys, and like some of the bad guys become good guys. You know what I mean?
I mean, that'd be interesting.
Everything's kind of backwards.
That's what I'm saying. Like the comic book universe is so dense. And the comic books have already solved a lot of the problems with that kind of stuff.
I think
with the length, so it's a good well to draw from. But
I think right now everybody's getting into the stuff that like I'm trying to talk about is what following a certain storyline. Because I think when the movies first came out, they were just, you know, picking random things about the character. Like Ghost Rider fights this guy and this guy, so let's, you know, make them fight everybody.
They pick just random things and put them together.
Yeah, put them
but
together.
Now they're following more arcs.
Now they're going through the stories about it. Like the Apocalypse at the end of it with the Four Horsemen. That's going to be a badass thing, man. The Apocalypse is no joke. And he fights the Avengers and X-Men as well. So, I mean, there's potential for, like, really big fucking conflicts. And that's what keeps these movies going. The fact that every one of these superhero teams can take care of their own shit in their own movies. But when the fate of the universe, you know, the fate of the world needs them forces to combine to create Captain Planet, they do that, too.
Well, you know, one thing that I kind of wonder is I wonder if they should do more animated movies. Because it's one of those things that when you think of it, you could do a lot more with an animated movie than you can with a live-action movie. I mean,
really
yes,
don't
computer graphics
watch any of those. Like, I've never watched stuff. I've never been a fan of, like, the animated Batmans or, like, the Star Wars.
I mean, Marvel's done some animated movies.
I mean, like, they still do.
And it's on Netflix every once in a while, like Planet Hulk. And
I still haven't seen that.
I mean, either.
Is it good?
I haven't seen it. But that's the thing. I think the live actions reach a bigger audience.
I guess
but,
so, yeah.
But yes, they can do some, like Planet
so
Hulk, right then and there. That I don't know how good of a live action movie that would be, but as an animated movie,
you could literally just
risky.
take the comic book and just animate it. I mean, that's
what
the Japanese do.
You would want to use the computer graphics. You know what I mean? Because I mean, I think you would lose a lot of audience drawing them up the way the Batman and Superman series used to be, like the X-Men series used to be, the animated series like that. You would lose a lot of people. Now, if you did it like an Avatar movie, that kind of animation, then I'm in. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, that's a possibility. Who knows? Like I said, it's a huge well to draw from. So, and in my heart, I don't want that bubble to burst, but who knows? It depends on how they make it.
Certain stories, you know, and complete the story before they start moving on too much. That's why this whole Infinity Gauntlet thing is such a fucking badass thing, because that was one of my favorite fucking stories in X-Men universe.
Yeah, it was a good story.
Thanos obtaining the fucking the Infinity Gauntlet from Odin's armory in Asgard, and then going around the universe and collecting the stones to be able to have the power over the universe, you know, and then like everybody who had to like team up to take him down at the end. It's just a badass fucking story.
Yeah. So like, I agree. I want it to keep going, but hopefully they put it in the hands of people that like this stuff. Yeah. They don't give it to like Michael Bay. That'll just ruin
Explosions!
it. Yeah, just no story and just all spectacle. So hopefully that doesn't happen. But I think we're running low on time. Any last words? Any
real quick
recommendations?
We talked about Dragon Ball last
yeah.
time. New Dragon Ball series will be coming out. Don't know when.
And it's from the creator. I know I heard
Akira Toriyama will actually be in charge of it, or at least be part of it.
That's good.
So it's actually going to be canon.
Good.
So what's nice is
because GT wasn't canon, right?
No, it was not done by Akira Toriyama. It was done by whatever company made it. Okay. So it was completely filler, which is nice because now it's like officially no longer can anybody kind of confuse it as canon. You're like, nope, they're just going to go. That doesn't exist. We are going to make new content. So it's not going to be a rehash like they've been airing for a while. It's going to be actual new content.
New canon.
So I'm looking forward to it. I mean, after 15 years, they're finally actually making new content. Other than like they made a couple movies since then and stuff, but they're actually making like a newer series.
Like I said in the last one, I never followed it. I did watch it and I did like it. I just never followed it. Yeah. So maybe I'll watch this.
I've watched pretty much probably 90% of Dragon Ball. I mean, I think there's a few episodes that I missed here and there, but I've watched every episode. So.
Yeah, so good. More content, more nerd stuff, more nerdy stuff for us to consume.
Dragon Ball Z.
Oh yeah, you know.
Really?
I love the video games. Don't get me wrong. The video games, badass. The story, nope.
Well, I mean, unfortunately, the anime they stretched it because I mean that's unfortunately what long running animes like that tend to stretch out the story, and they did it to a whole new level. But hopefully the new series will keep it nice and concise and all that good stuff. I think they finally learned. Hey,
Piccolo, Vegeta, right? I know some of these guys. Yeah. I used to like playing with Vegeta.
Because it's like let's not make a 5-minute fight take 30 episodes. You know that's
dude. That would piss me off, man.
But that's what they did.
And then I'm gonna do this to you, and then they go back to a flashback of them being friends before, and they're helping each other, and then they cut to this scene and they're flying against each other, and then they go back to a scene and they're like, we'll never leave each other or something.
Well, that's anime tropes.
It's like, oh my god, are you guys kidding me?
It's one of those.
And then it's both of their faces. I want to get you. And
Credits.
I don't do anything. And then the other one comes up on this side and no, we will never be better than you. And it's next week on Dragon Ball Z.
Yep. That's the unfortunately the longer series tend to do that kind of
crap. What else will they say for the next 3 episodes?
They're actually
Tune in next month for the final conclusion of.
Maybe a punch will be thrown. Who knows? But
Sit here and we'll talk for 5 minutes.
Maybe
and then
they'll hug it out.
Maybe there'll be no fight. Who knows?
There was no fight.
Maybe this is all a dream.
That's happened before too.
So good, more canon. And like I said, I'm just not much into anime, but I never did not like it.
I never did not like it.
Yeah, I used to watch more a while ago. I don't watch as much now anymore. I mean, I don't keep up with most current stuff. Very few stuff that's caught my interest.
So
I play more video games now. I kind of go through phases where I'll go back and I'll watch some anime, and then I'll go back to mostly playing video games though.
Yeah, cool.
But, all right.
So that's pretty much the episode. Anything that y'all have watched or seen recently that you'd like to recommend?
Series. I saw the whole thing. It's
fucking
awesome.
I have watched it all as well. It was really good.
Awesome.
Definitely watch that.
Wolf Cop, the movie Wolf Cop on Netflix. If you guys haven't seen any good B style horror action movies, think of Teen Wolf meets RoboCop, and
and slash the budget.
And with none of the budget and lots more booze.
And it's on Netflix as well. I saw that.
Yes, that's on Netflix.
Okay. Anything you can think?
I got caught up on Gotham. That's getting damn good.
Couple new episodes of that came out recently.
Yeah, was it season 3 or I guess I don't know if it's season 2 or season 3 now. Cause I guess it's because they took a break.
They took a break. I think it's still season 2.
So I don't know. I have no idea what season they're on.
And Marvel Agents of Shield. I think it just ended.
I hope it just ended.
It's good. Awful. They got into Inhumans, and I think it ended right as.
No, you see, going back to what we're talking about, oversaturated.
Real quick.
Inhumans, very cool story. Oversaturated. That's not.
That's way too of a splinter story.
Yeah, I think that's way too going off on a real long limb to try to get some kind of interest with an awkward, kind of weird, kind of crew I think that's taking Guardians of the Galaxy.
I mean, they're getting there. They haven't made the Inhumans yet. They're hinting at it. and they're hinting at like human experimentation. So it carried right into Age of Ultron. I think that's they got to the story
So
right.
The human experimentation to try to create the humans.
And
yes.
Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver, like Strucker,
metahumans.
That's what it is.
Right.
But I think that's Inhumans. I think is going to branch off of that. Who knows? I don't know. But last couple episodes are really good on that. So if you haven't seen those, watch those.
I'll have to check that out because, like I said, the Inhumans. I think there'd be a cool thing to have like them not in their own movie, but like involved in like other movies.
Well, they already have. In the new Avengers, that's what
they're a part of it.
Yes.
That's Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch are like the metahuman experimentation things. I think that's what they're going for.
The children of the Magneto.
But Magneto isn't owned by the company, so they can't say that.
So they had that. Yeah.
Oh my God! Really? Don't say anything. You know.
Well,
what
they
I'm
don't
saying?
say that.
Keep the.
They did what they can, and they did it well. I think it wasn't weird.
Like before 1993, maybe you had thoughts that maybe they were his children, but nobody ever said anything. And then afterward, now it is. But like if that's the case, like. You don't have the rights to make it, do not even say, why are you going to bring up the origins of characters and then change it? You know what I'm saying?
Well
what
they didn't really
not say anything and like
they didn't really.
alone.
So
they don't bring. Then they just not
they
include
didn't.
the characters.
They didn't say for sure anything. So they could still tie in mutants in there. They could have had that gene and just been activated by the experimentation.
Okay.
Who knows?
Okay.
Who knows? They didn't.
They didn't paint themselves into a corner.
Oh
by
no,
it.
no.
Yeah, they didn't really hint at
They
an
didn't
origin
explain
really at
really,
all.
yeah.
They have the powers.
Yeah, because I believe that they still were mutants and that they got that would make a lot more sense.
I think that's what they're going for. But who knows? We'll see in the future. They'll maybe do something.
It's gonna be
more.
a lot of fun to check it out.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a lot of fun to see these films, man.
So that's gonna be our episode 62, Thinking Outside the Pod.
Good to be back, guys.
Yeah, welcome back, Patrick. Follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, all that good
soon
stuff.
We'll get more stuff for you too. We're getting close to
getting
more stuff.
Yes. You guys have a good
and maybe live streaming in the future.
Yeah,
we'll
eventually down the line somewhere. Probably not anytime soon, but eventually
We'll
we'll give it a shot.
Exactly. All right, we'll see you next week.